Hello and welcome to Quick Tips, the WooCommerce video series. In this video, I'm going to install a YITH WooCommerce Multi Vendor or Marketplace plugin. Using this plugin, you can turn your e-commerce website into marketplace or a multi-vendor platform where vendors will be able to sell their products on your website and you will get commission for selling their products. That means vendors will register on your website and they will sell the products and you will get commission for selling their products. I'll show you how you can install this plugin and what are the features in this plugin. The price of this plugin is $149.99 per year for a single website, and you will also get 30 days of money back guarantee. Here you will see the features of this plugin. If you want to buy this plugin, I'll give you the link in the description box. You can use my link. In one of the previous videos, I've shown you how you can install and use another multi-vendor plugin. The name of the plugin is Dokkan. This plugin has a free as well as a premium version. I have shown you how you can install it and what are the features of this plugin. The price of this plugin is also $149 per year for a single website. If you want to watch this video, I'll give you the link in the description box. This is also one of the best multi-vendor marketplace plugin. So in this video, we are going to learn how to install and use YITH WooCommerce Multi Vendor or Marketplace plugin. So let's see how does this work.
Do not forget to subscribe to Quick Tips YouTube channel. Watch new videos about website design, e-commerce websites, search engine optimization, social media marketing, WordPress tutorials, video editing tips, and many more. Press the bell icon to get instant notification whenever we publish new videos.
Here I'm logged into the dashboard of the WordPress website. This is a demo WooCommerce website and I have already installed the YITH Multi-Vendor plugin. When you install this plugin on your WooCommerce website, in the left hand panel you will see the option YITH, and when you click on it you will see the option Multi-Vendor. Let's click on it and you will be on the dashboard of this plugin. On the dashboard you will see all the stats: commission, total commission, pending commission, paid commission, and total net earnings from all the vendors. So it will give you the detailed report of commission. You can also filter the report for all vendors, or you can select single vendor and it will give you the report for the single vendor. Right below the dashboard you will see commission. Let's go to commissions and it will show you the commissions. Let's go to commission settings. These are the default commission settings. Here you will see that the default commission is set to 50%. That means the admin will get 50% and the vendor will get 50% of the total sale. If you want to keep only the 10% and you want to give 90% to the vendor, then you need to set the commission to 90%. So in this case, 90% commission will go to the vendor and the 10% commission will go to the admin of the website. This is how it works. Below that you will see commission page view is set to all, or you can set up paid commission, unpaid commission. This is for the commissions page. Below that we have, if a coupon was used, calculate the vendor's commission. And there are two options: based on the original product price or based on the discounted price. It is set to based on discounted price. Then we have pay commissions to vendor automatically when the order status changes. And here you will see the order status changes to completed. So whenever the order is marked as completed, it is going to pay the commission to the vendor automatically. And for that, you will need to use gateways. If I go to gateways, you will see three gateways are there: Stripe Connect, PayPal Payouts, and Account Funds. And if you want to enable Stripe or PayPal or Account Funds, you will need to install one of these plugins. Right below that, you will see vendors. Let's go to vendors. Beyond the vendors list, it will show the list of all the vendors. Then we have vendors registration, and these fields will be shown on the registration form. There is one page created automatically when you install this plugin. The name of the page is Become a Vendor. Store name, store email, PayPal email, phone number, and VAT or SSN number. If you want to customize it, you can customize it. These two fields are required: vendor name and store email. If you want to add more fields, you can add more fields. You can click on field and you will see these options are available to add additional field. All right, and below that we have vendors registration on my account page. Enable vendors account automatically. That means whenever the vendor register on your website, it is going to enable that account automatically. If you want to review, then do not enable this option. add the terms and condition to the registration form, and add the privacy policy to the registration form, which are not enabled. Let's go to pages. Here you will see one page is created, become a vendor, and you will see one page for terms and condition for vendors and privacy policy for vendors. These pages will be used for privacy policy and terms and condition. Let's see how does this look. I'm going to open this page in another browser, and this is how the page will look. Become a vendor. This is the vendor's registration form. Let me create one vendor here. I'm going to use some dummy information. This is going to be the name. I'm going to add sample email address here, and it says a link to set a new password will be sent to your email address. So the user will need to enter their professional email address here. Click on register. On the next screen, you will see store name, store email, PayPal email. So these are the fields that are on the form page. If I go to form page, you will see these are the fields: vendor name and vendor email. These are the mandatory fields. Then we have PayPal email, VAT and phone. So I'm going to enter the name, let's say James Store, and store email will be same email, James at. I'm using some dummy information here. Then you can enter your PayPal email, phone number and VAT number. Click on become a vendor. Alright, so this is now a new vendor on your website. It has gone to the My Account page. This is the WooCommerce My Account page. Here you will see vendors dashboard. If I click on it, it will go to the vendors dashboard. It says your vendor application is currently under a review. So this vendor's account is not yet enabled. Alright, now let's go back, and if I go to vendors list, you will see one application is there. This is the name of the store. Then we have owner details, when it was registered, policies yet not confirmed, and commission is set to 50%. We can change that. We have not changed the commission there. Here you will see edit. Click on edit, and as admin I can edit that information. Store information. This is the store information, additional information. Then we have payment information and options. Currently it is set to the default 50% commission. I'm going to change it to, let's say, 80% for this vendor. Let's change the status to enabled, and skip admin review. Enable this option to allow this vendor to publish the products without admin's review. I have enabled that option. Allow vendors to set featured products. I have also enabled this option. Click on save, and here you will see that the status is now enabled for this vendor. If I go back to the vendors dashboard, let's refresh it, and it says welcome sellers of online store. This account is now enabled. Click on access to your dashboard. Now as a vendor, I can add products to my shop. If I go to my shop, the vendor shop, you will see the dashboard for the vendor. This is vendors dashboard. If I go to commission, it will show all the commissions by selling the products. And store settings, I can upload my profile image, header image. I'm going to add one sample image here. I'm going to search for one image. Let's say this is going to be my profile image. I'm using some dummy information here. And let's add the banner also. Search for image. Alright, so this is going to be the banner image. Then I can add the address information, VAT, phone number, website URL, store description, Facebook, social media links, and save the options. So these are the details for the store. Then we have payment information. I can add my bank details or PayPal email address so that I can get commission from the administrator. Right now, if I want to add product, I can add a product as a vendor. Let's go to products. And right now there is no product for this vendor, so I'm going to add one product here. Click on add new product. Let's say I want to sell a t-shirt. This is just a demo information. I'm going to add some information here. The price of the t-shirt is $25 and sale price is $20. You can create simple product or you can create a variable product. This is the short description. Here you will see the categories. I can select one of these categories. These categories are from the main store. I cannot create a new category as a vendor. So I have to select one of these categories. Let's select product image. I'm going to search for demo image. Let's try this one. All right, I can add product tags, brands. This is the vendor's name, Gym Store. Let's click on publish. Let's see how does this look. All right, so this is the first product of Gym's Store vendor. You will see the name of the store also. This is the title, the price, the short description, and this is the description. If I go to Gym Store, it will show the details of this store. This is the profile image, name, email address, 0 average rating, and this is the banner image, and this store has one product. This is the product that we just added. So as a vendor, I can add the products to the store. Let's go back to the dashboard. All right, you will see one product is there for this store. If you want to add the vendor manually, you can add the vendor manually. Here you will see the option as an administrator, you can add the vendor. Click on add and you will see the same step. I can create a new profile, add the first name, last name, username, email. Let's try this one, John. Click next. Again, I can add the store name and address, short description. Next, I can add social media profile. Next, I can add the payment information. Click next, and the base commission is set to 50%. I can set up new one for this store. Let's make it 90%. So the 90% will go to the vendor's account and you will get 10%. I'm going to change the status to enabled. Skip admin review and click on save. So now you will see we have two vendors here. And for the first vendor, the commission is set to 80%, and for the second one, the commission is set to 90%. In future, if you want to delete any one of these vendors, you will see an option to delete. All right, so these are the vendor settings. If I go to permissions, and these are the permissions for the vendor. They can create simple product, group product, a variable, and external products. For bookable bundle products, you will need to install these plugins. Enable the advanced editor for the vendor's description, that is disabled. If you want to limit the number of products for each vendor, you can enable this option and set the number here. So the vendor will not be able to publish more than 25 products. When a vendor creates a product, it can be published directly or the product will remain pending until the admin approves it. I can set to publish the product directly. Below that, we have some other settings for the vendor. Edit the store slug, assign tags, set product as featured image. Then we have manage orders. Regarding his or her order, a vendor can manage order, manage refund, send email to customer, edit custom emails, see customers info in the order details, see payment info in the order details. Click on save options. Whichever option you want to enable, you can enable and then save the options. Below that, you will see store and product page. These are the basic settings for the store. The slug will be vendor and label for the vendor will be vendor. Then we have color settings. You can make changes to the color. At the top, you will see product page. Show the vendor's name on the product page. So if I go back and if I go to this product page, this is the vendor's product page. You will see the store's name on the single product page. Show the number of items sold. If you want to show, you can enable it. Show the vendor's tab with the WooCommerce tabs. Here you will see the vendors tab along with WooCommerce tab. All right, related products, show the related products from the same vendor. Don't show the related products section. So whichever option is suitable for your store, you can select that option. Let's go to store page. These are the store page style settings. Let's try this one and save the options. You can customize the vendor store page. This is how the new layout will look. We have the banner, the profile image, store name, and store information. Let's go to the next tab, that is other. These are the other options: terms and condition page, privacy policy page, and GDPR. As I said before, these two pages are created automatically. You can set up those pages. Then we have modules. You can enable any one of these modules if required: vendor's vacation, vendor's shipping, vendor's announcement, abuse report, vendor staff, and vendor registration fee. If you enable this option, vendors will have to pay a fee in order to complete the registration process. So if you want to charge a fees for registration, you can enable this module. Then we have emails. These are the basic email settings: commission unpaid, commission paid, let's go to your store. These are some additional plugins that you can enable: subscription, membership, catalog mode, request a quote, booking appointment. These are mostly the YITH plugins, and I have already published detailed videos on most of these YITH plugins. So you can see that it is very easy to turn your e-commerce website into a marketplace or multi-vendor platform using the YITH WooCommerce Multi Vendor plugin. If you want to buy this plugin, I'll give you the link in the description box. You can use my link. So that's it for now. See you in the next video.
Do not forget to subscribe to my channel to get more quick tips about online softwares and tools. If you have any questions, please leave us message in comments section. And press the like button if you like the video. Thanks for watching Quick Tips.